Okay, section 11.4, some algebra fractions. Basically, when you have fractions, if you already have a common denominator, just add them up. Okay, so I already have a common denominator. Just copy the denominator, and then add the numerators together. I have 3, let's combine like terms, 3x plus 4. And that's it. There's nothing else to do, nothing to factor, nothing happening here. The denominators are already the same. We have a common denominator. So let's just go with it. Just keep it. All right. So another example here. Okay. Let's say we have denominators that are not in common. Well, what's something that they both go into? Let's find a common denominator. Well, 2 and 6 both go into 6. And x squared both go into x squared. Think big when you think common denominators. Okay. Don't multiply them. 2 times 6 is 12, and 12 would technically work, but then I'd have stuff to reduce later. I don't want to do that. Okay? And x times x squared is x to the third, but I only need x squared. So you pick the smallest number that both the numbers will go into, and just take the larger of the numbers from the x's. Okay? Now, just like adding fractions, let's see here. What did I multiply by here? Well, I multiplied by x. 6x times x gives me 6x squared. So do the same thing with the 5. 5 times x is 5x. And over here, what did I multiply by? Well, 2x squared times 3 gives me 6x squared. I really shouldn't put the x there. Multiplying by 3. Multiplying by x there. Okay? So 3 times 3 gives you 9. Now that I have a common denominator, I can add my numerators together. And that'll be my final answer. Okay, so find something to multiply by, or find your common denominator, something they'll both go into, and then see what the denominators are multiplying by, and do the same thing with the numerator. Basically, these fractions that you get here should reduce to what's above. Okay, 5x over 6x squared reduces to 5 over 6x, because an x will cancel out. Here, the 9 and the 6, 3 will cancel out of both of them, leaving you with 3 and 2. Okay, so we find a common denominator just for the purposes of adding them together, and once you have that, you're done. Nothing else to do with that. Okay, go ahead and try this one for me. I'll be back with you in a minute.